Farage attacks Ben Habib. To say he attacked him is a little bit disingenuous. He was asked a question by Nick Ferrari on LBC, and I think his answer could have been better.
Of a loss to the party is Ben Habib. This is, of course, your deputy leader, who I think stood down in November. Is that correct?
None whatsoever.
Why was he ever deputy leader then?
Don't ask me.
He had no talent at all?
Look, we had a general election.
Yeah.
A handful of us won. It was obvious to me that as party leader, I would be travelling around the country a lot. And incidentally, I'm doing another rally on Friday in the south, one in the north this Saturday. I did 2 last week. I'm living on the road a lot as party leader, which means I can't be in the House of Commons as much as the other 4. I appointed, logically, Richard Tice as deputy leader and in charge of the group in the House of Commons.
Cards on the table, I still fully support Nigel Farage as Reform leader. I know they could have handled the Tommy Robinson situation better, maybe not spoke about it at all, I get it. But Reform are still our best hope of overthrowing the uni party that needs smashing to pieces. What Farage says there is perfectly logical. I think Ben Habib is a huge loss to Reform UK, by the way. But if he's not in Parliament, he can't really deputise for Farage inside the Commons. That makes sense, doesn't it? However, one statement Farage said I didn't really like. He said sometimes in politics people get a bit too big for their boots, and says that Ben Habib's comments about Reform UK are so sad. Playing devil's advocate, you can see why Ben Habib couldn't be the deputy leader any longer. Surely though, he could have been offered some other prominent position within the party. Something to keep him happy, something to keep him interested, and something to keep him inside the tin, spitting out, rather than being outside, spitting in like he is now. I was hoping there'd be some sort of reconciliation between Ben Habib and Reform UK, but unfortunately, it seems that isn't going to happen, and the war of words only seems to get worse. And for me, it's a sad sight, because as I've said many times, Ben Habib is a massive asset, I believe, to any political party. He knows what he talks about, and he says what he means, and he means what he says.